Hello there, guys. How are you today?
Hey, Zaphod.
Hello.
Hey, we can pause the game if you guys have spawned in the correct locations, or are we going to rehost?
It's
Guys?
probably just rehost.
Yeah, I'll quickly rehost.
Okay.
My bad.
No problem. Either way, here we are, back with King of the Planet after a long time. Are you guys excited to be back in this tournament?
I've never been in the tournament, so yeah, I'm hyped for it.
How long
Yeah,
has
it's
it been
great
now,
to-
Battlebear? It must have been months, I think.
Yeah, a few months already, so it's good to get a King of the Planet in again.
Hmm. And are you confident going back into it? You've been playing quite a bit recently.
Yeah, well, not really. I mean, I'm out of form a bit, and I think Battlebear might have an advantage this time.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on like what map he picks. So if he goes like some random super secret multi-orbital planet, then I'm probably stuffed.
Well, luckily for you, I probably don't have such things up my sleeve because I was very busy for the weeks and didn't have any time to prepare my maps, only to play that. So
How are you two with the new naval balance? Because that's been one of the biggest things of recent patches, the changes to naval.
Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, just build lots of frigates, and then you can win with just frigates. It's pretty good.
yeah, I also like the naval balance. This is sort of a rock paper scissors at the moment, and you can fight over different tactics in multiple ways. So I quite like that.
How about new
Yeah,
units?
like-
Are you liking the new units? New T2 Air?
I don't know. Do you use T2 Air Battlebear? Because I don't.
I never use T2 Air. The ground T2 Air is still not worth it building. Only the tier 2 fighter.
Hmm.
But yeah, well, this is a 1v1. We'll never get to that stage.
Yeah, I agree.
Still pretty decent for orbital though.
Actually, I had someone do that to me. They just rushed anchors, and it totally caught me off surprise.
Really? Just an anchor rush?
Yeah,
Because
because
they've been buffed a bit now, right? They're a lot stronger.
They are
Hmm.
insanely strong, if you tell me. Because they take about 20 Avengers to take down. They still
Yeah.
have really good range as well. So if you're just watching your anchors, you can basically take out everything they're building underneath it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, I totally forgot. Zaphod, did you
Hmm?
want to hear something?
I
Did you know
sure
that-
did want to hear something.
Did you, did you know that cats have 32 muscles in their outer ear? That's why they can turn them 180 degrees.
Oh, that's why. I'd always wondered. Thanks for that. I did really want to know that, whether I knew it or not.
Tune in next King of the Planet
glad
for
that you
fun
found that helpful.
facts with Eladea.
Do you want to hear
And,
another one?
Sure.
I think one more would be a good amount.
Did you know that about 4 million cats are eaten in Asia every year?
That's a lovely statistic to hear. Think of all the millions that aren't eaten in Southeast Asia.
Exactly. Because there are about 60 million feral cats in the United States, so I mean 4 million is quite a low number.
I've never eaten cat. I genuinely would quite like to now. Well, I don't know. I'd do anything once. I think it's fun to try all these different types of animals. Most people can't say that they have.
Meanwhile, in King of the Planet.
And planets are being destroyed. Let's get on with some planet destruction
Yes,
here.
let's. Right.
Best of luck to both players, and we will jump straight into the game.
Alright. Best of luck
Alright,
to you,
let's go.
Aladea.
Good luck and have fun.
Good luck, luck.
Are you enjoying the cat facts?
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Ah, good. Good. So it looks like they've chosen a naval map to go with this time.
I think this is set by... the way it works is we're going to start on Pacific, which is one of the ranked maps. Oh, we can jump straight into the game. Hello and welcome everybody, I'm X, and we are here back again with King of the Planet number 11 after a very long time away, and I'm joined here by Marshall.
Hello there folks, and today we have Promethean's Battlebear challenging the king, Elidea of PA Gods. So Battlebear spawning on the South Pole, on the island just on the edge, going bots first, following up with 2 air and the mechs and 2 P-gens. Meanwhile on the North Pole, Elidea going straight in and getting his feet wet with a naval factory.
That is nice to see. We usually often see like a very similar build order starting off between the players, but to see such a difference here going straight into the naval is interesting. So we'll see what Elidea does with this. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for air soon, but no, he's going for bots as well. So even though there's a lot of water, I think bots are still going to be very useful for actually trying to control the small areas of land that are here, because they can go underwater.
Yeah, I mean, I played a couple of games on this a few weeks ago when the new patch came out, and docks were continually used to try and maintain that island's control and this island's control there. So, and given they have a lot of mechs on those islands as well, and you know, that's going to be some pretty important points to go and contest.
So with the early air coming out here from Battlebear, he's going immediately in for a Pelican drop of his engineer, getting up here as soon as he possibly can. Going to be perhaps a little bit safer than having an air fabber over there.
Of course, Pelicans are now buildable from T1 air factories, in case you haven't been aware of the recent changes. But a second bot fabricator as well. I'm not sure. I think that's going to be useful long term, because of course once you've built that extra mechs it's going to be obsoleted, but as long as he keeps the Pelican alive it should be fine. Meanwhile a few docks doing a little bit of raiding and scouting just on the borders there of Elidea. He's going to be able to defend that reasonably well.
Oh, there's one engineer vulnerable there, but unfortunately the docks don't move in far enough.
Indeed.
Battlebear. And oddly on that island he's only built 1 mech and forgot to build the rest, so that's a bit of a waste there.
I'm not sure what's going on, because in his own base he's only just setting up his build queues and he's got a Piranha moving in. I don't know what the changes are to the Piranha, so maybe you can fill me in on that.
The hell's the Piranha?
It was the Sunfish, but apparently is no longer the Sunfish.
Oh, the gunboat.
Ah.
It's a little bit faster, I think, and a bit more HP. It's a small buff, I think.
Yeah.
Oh wow, loads of dots coming over to the island on the side here, and that means Battlebear is going to lose out. Unfortunately, because he built so late with the engineer, like this factory might almost be finished if he hadn't paused in between.
He might just save it with the docks coming in. Oh wow, that was good reinforcements there.
That was lucky, just in time.
He's going to need to keep an eye on that, because he might lose the Pelican here if the docks move in and take it out. Yep, whoa, very close. Very, very close indeed. But meanwhile, I'm just going to draw your attention to the rear end of the planet, because lots of players who are outside the higher leagues here tend to forget about the whole water part of this map, because there's tons of mechs around there. There's so much. And as we can see, Elidea is already expanding that way. He's already got quite a bit of a naval, and he's in fact rushing T2 naval. Meanwhile, if we look at Battlebear, he's only got 2 naval factories and starts with an Orca. I can't say whether that's great or not, because submarines tend to do better against Orcas if they can get the vision on.
Yeah, it's very rock, paper, scissors, I think, at the moment. I think it's fine to go for anything. You're always going to be weak to something, no matter what you go for. And, like, for example, Elidea is just going for the narwhals. I mean, if they're out here alone, then they're actually going to be defended against air units. So if you're not grouping, you don't have loads of air units with them, then it's easier just to send out narwhals, because they can defend against almost everything. Yeah. But they can't really hold their own against orcas.
Narwhal coming in on the island expansion there, laying down a bit of siege to the mechs, taking out a Fabra as well. So just laying a little
that
bit of
T2
siege.
naval factory is at almost 90% right now, so Elidea are going to take a big boost as soon as that T2 naval goes up. Although we see Battlebear getting his T1 naval in there, with the T2 nearly finished, it's going to be so huge for Elidea.
Yeah, although as long as Battlebear scouts it and sees that it's going up, which he hasn't, by the way, I've just looked in his view, he doesn't actually know that that's there. I find that on naval maps, T2 is a necessity, whereas on... well, certainly naval T2 is a necessity, whereas on land maps, T2 is more of a case of trying to break a stalemate. But because of the greater specialisation and power, as well as range of the T2 naval units, they're essential in the mid-late game, especially on Pacific.
Ooh, some of these mines are working very well against the docks, actually. 2 of those mines go off that were placed by that combat fabber and destroy a decent clump of those docks. Are defended there for Eladea. Eladea still with a slight lead, 120 medal to 100, sending out a couple of his naval units now. T2 engineer working on T2 mechs. He's only built 1 T2 engineer. He's moving immediately on to the Leviathans. As soon as he starts getting them out, he can really start bombarding and reinforcing from a distance with his naval force.
Yeah, and what I find is with the T2 torpedo launchers, once you've set up shop there, you can move forward, build a few T1 naval factories around where I've pinged there, and then put up a few Hulkins, and you basically then have control of all of those mechs in the middle, and it becomes a real pain for your opponent to take that mechs back. And once, of course, you get all that mix, you can put up even more factories and then just overwhelm with numbers as the snowball rolls.
Yeah, so Eladea was just fully concentrating on naval here, and I think, as you said earlier, he just wants to take these mechs, and because he's committed much more to the naval, I think he's going to be pretty successful with it, whereas Battlebear kind of has a lot more open to him on the other side, but he hasn't managed to take a lot of it. The harassment here from these narwhals on this little island has stopped any of those mechs being built and killed a lot of the docks that were there as well. And he's been disrupted a little bit over here as well. These mechs now just getting raided.
I mean, it's not all lost for Battlebear. Certainly not. He can get up some T2 mechs, not T2 mechs, sorry, T2 naval, or indeed he can go for orbital. But one thing that I often found on this is these islands here. If you can set up some walls and torpedo launchers, then that becomes a really well entrenched position because of the tiny little islands that will block torpedo fire that is going against your defences. So if you can get up, walls, a couple of torpedo launchers, maybe a naval factory or 2 and an air factory, then it becomes a really tough nut to crack, as I found when I did that. But there's always the orbital option as well, and anchors around the place. That can be a real nasty thing. But here we can see, the aggression from Eladea there with the torpedo launchers. That's going to be a really, really big win for him when he gets that up.
Yeah. The Battlebear seems to have the advantage in terms of air. In fact, we don't even see an air factory coming out from Eladea yet. He's not building anything. So Battlebear now has a whole load of fighters he can't do too much with. They're getting picked off a little bit by an anti-air here. So he needs to transition completely into bombers and make sure that's all he's building. Yeah. Has he scouted Eladea's base? If we look from Battlebear's point of view, he does not have an idea. So he should know there's no air, and really he only needs to be building bombers. Not these fighters he's got on the go right now.
Though there is the flak next to the commander, so that is going to be a slight issue, but he does see it, of course. But again, no orbital play, and we heard in the interviews that both of these players have experienced some orbital shenanigans. So it surprises me that neither have gone for a deep space radar, but a group of docks now coming onto Eladea's land there, more mines just picking them off. Some really good defensive use of mines there, I must admit.
Yeah, they've been working out really well for him. I think it's quite powerful on this island. Just got so little space, and against docks as well, the AoE explosion tends to take care of really big groups of them.
Unfortunately, getting the full blast of a Leviathan's cannon there, just a few docks, something of an overkill. But a few walkers now moving in on the other side of the island, just going to lay down some harassment on that bot factory.
We're seeing Battlebear's main base right now getting bombarded by the Leviathan.
Yeah, this is exactly what I mean.
The planet.
Yeah. Now, this is the thing with the Leviathans as well. You need to make sure that they're broadside, because if you just send them in straight, only half of their cannons fire. Whereas what Eladea is doing at the moment is he's moving it across and all of the cannons are firing. Whereas if he was sending it in, then he would only be using a few of the cannons.
Ooh, he's taking a bit of fire now.
Yeah.
And having to turn his cannons as well is wasting a bit of time for him.
Yeah, and you see there now he's only using the tail cannons, so he's going to not take down those ships quite so fast.
And the submarines can chase him down. Ooh.
does get hit by the torpedoes though, but Leviathan goes down, so that's good bit of it buys him time. It certainly doesn't stop the snowball, but it buys him time, and if we look at all the air around his commander now, he's stocking up on his bombers, he knows what he needs to do, but he also needs to get up some torpedo launchers of his own to take care of anything coming, because right now there's a lot of narwhals coming his way.
Yeah,
and
I mean, there's no way air is going to stop that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. But don't forget, narwhals also have torpedoes, so they're even better against orcas in that respect.
Yes, the Orca's still completely outclassing though. The problem is there is already a Leviathan here, and there's another Leviathan that's just been built and is also heading down here as well. The T2 is only 40% of the way through for Battlebear. He is on the way and trying to build it with a commander and an engineer, so it won't be super slow, but really, is he going to be able to defend against this attack right now?
Well, I don't know. He has to get up some torpedo launchers. That is, without question, what he needs to do right now.
It will help, but it's not going to help against that Leviathan. I mean, he actually got a pretty good confrontation there. He managed to take off 2 of the narwhals as they were retreating, because the Orca does have more range and doesn't do a lot of damage. You have to be very careful with the range.
I think transitioning to full submarines here could help as well, actually.
Yeah, I agree, because that'd be the perfect counter to this many narwhals. Yeah. And there's nothing that can attack... Oh, well, of course there's the narwhals, but... the only way to really counter the narwhals, I guess, is the orcas or the torpedoes, submarines.
But that Leviathan is just wrecking face right now, and there's nothing that Battlebear can really do against it. Yeah,
there's another one behind it.
And this is the crucial thing with naval maps, and even getting up another T2 naval factory there. I mean, naval maps, T2 naval is essential and required. But he has got a lot of air now. I think we're going to see an all-in very soon with the air, and then when the air all goes, and if this T2 naval factory goes from Battlebear, the GGs will be called if he's not successful in the bomber snipe. But those Leviathans though,
yeah, they've just taken care of all of those orcas. So little left now. I mean, he's got all of his air units, but he's trailing 120 metal to 300. His middle island is being attacked from a couple of narwhals that have been peeled off the main force, and Eladay has been building up all of his T2 mechs here.
Yeah.
All this time. That's why he's got 300 metal right now.
Yeah, Battlebear currently stalling 113. But the T2 naval factory goes up, and he's getting out a... what's that one? A Kraken. T2 submarine. I don't think it's going to be in time, as now the range is coming in on the T2 naval factory, and he's going to focus it down. There goes all the bombers now. That's it. This is the all-in. And unfortunately, they reveal themselves to a narwhal, so... Oh, wow. Let's have a look in Eladay's base. He's setting up more flak around. He knows what's going on. Can we have a pass here? But the bombers need to go in now. They go in from the side that's not got the flak in. Are they actually going to hit the commander there? Taking him down? No way. Taking him down to 77%, and the GGs are called. That was the game. 1-0 to Eladea in this best of 5.
Yep. I guess that strategy really paid off, going all out naval, and it's just shocking to see no air coming out from Eladea, but it really did work.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when I played this, I think I played against someone in Uber or something like that. We had 3 fights going. We had docks on the island, we had air defending the island and bombing naval, and we had the naval fights as well, and then I moved into orbital, so we had war on 4 fronts, and it was just really quite difficult to keep track of. But that's the diversity of naval now. It's really quite fun to play, I must admit.
It is. I love it. I loved it before. I just love it now because it's more balanced and we actually have some more units, and the speed I think is in a really good place right now.
Yeah. Right, shall we get someone in here to interview?
We shall.
Should we go with Eladea?
We shall.
We shall. Hello there, Eladea. Good game.
Hey, hey.
That went pretty well.
So did you like T2?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We like naval as well. That was fun. No air. Talk me through it.
Yeah, so basically, if you go frigates and then T2 feathers and battleships, you can kind of turtle your way to... the only counter to it is the T2 sub, but, like, I don't know, like, how can I say that? naval is really well balanced right now, so there are a lot of counters and counter counters. Like I played a 40-minute game with Neptunio the other day, and it was really awesome.
Cool. So you liking naval then?
Yeah, I've always liked naval.
But you're liking the balance. You think it's in a pretty good shape right now?
Yeah, it's really, really good, I think. And you do get to see, like, it's not just T1 spam, so you will have to see a very varied composition of units.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's a joy to play. Just sometimes find it snowballs a little bit sometimes.
Yeah. That's the thing, like, you need to scout the T2 timing of your opponent.
Yeah.
But, do you want to hear another cat fact?
I
Go for it.
can't wait.
Did you know that if they have enough water, cats can tolerate temperatures up to 56 degrees Celsius?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you also know that, let me see if I can remember this. Yeah, that's right. In the original version of Cinderella, the fairy godmother was a cat. Did you know that?
I actually didn't realise that.
You never know when you might need these little bits of information.
Just yet another time I was lied to as a child. Thanks for bringing that up.
Oh, poor
No
Zaphod.
Well,
So
thank
you
you,
need to know the
Battlebear,
truth.
for those wonderful cat facts. We're going into the second game here, where Battlebear will be choosing the map. Are you still confident in your matchup?
No, not really.
Really?
I mean, like, if he picks a ladder map, then I think I'll be okay, but if he picks a custom map, then I'm kind of boned. Because, like, if you tell me how to play Orbital, I won't know what to do.
Well, I'm not sure if this is his final map. It looks like he's picked Berg, which I think is one of the ranked maps.
Yes, it is.
Oh, no.
Oh, you don't like it?
No. Berg is, like, my worst map.
Ooh.
I think I lose about 50% of the games on there.
Oh wow. Cry me a river.
Yeah, I'm terrible at Berg.
Well, time will tell if indeed that is what he's going for. Then you can only do your best to defend your title. But Berg has changed quite a lot, hasn't it? It's got the layouts changed from what it was originally.
Berg?
Yeah.
I don't know. Has it? I haven't really noticed.
I think they've added a whole bunch of crevasses around the place, and with the new pelican drops and things that are almost essential on that map now.
Yeah, that's why I lose this, because people just pelican everywhere and I never catch it. It's like, you can do so many sneaky things on this map, it's not even funny.
Marshall, game's up, we're waiting for you.
Okay, I'm on my way.
Okay, well, best of luck, Aladea.
Thank you.
You currently lead 1-0, so you got a little safety net.
Yeah, I'll need it.
There we go, the king is not too confident right now.